Solve an exponential equation 1. The exponential equation we're going to be solving is this one here in the thumbnail. And in order to solve this equation, which may look like it has a pretty good degree of complexity, we're going to use three principles of exponents. We're going to use the rule of negative exponents. And that is one of them if we have 1 over x to the power of a, that's going to be the same as x to the power of negative a. So that's the rule of negative exponents, or one version of it anyway. We're going to have the product of a power rule, which is that x to the a power times x to the b power equals x to the power of a plus b. And finally, we're going to use the power of power rule, and that is that if we have x to the power of a, and we, outside of that, we have a b raised to the power of b, that's going to be x to the power of a times b, or ab. So using these rules, we're going to be able to solve this problem. And what we're going to look for is a common base of an exponent. And here it looks like we have 1/3, there's a 3, we have 9, which is 3 squared, we have 27, which is 3 to the third power. So I'm gonna write these, what we can rewrite 9 as. 9 we can rewrite as 3 squared. 27 we can rewrite as 3 to the third power, or 3 cubed. And 1/3 we can rewrite as 3 to the negative 1 power. And so we're going to take advantage of these conversions. Now, working below here now, I'm going to rewrite this 9 as 3 squared, and outside of that 3 squared is the x. And this 1/3 we're going to rewrite as 3 to the negative 1 power, and outside of that we keep our power of x plus 2. And now on the right side of the equation, we're going to rewrite this 27 as 3 to the third power, or 3 cubed, and times, I'm just going to replicate here 3 to the x, and then raised to the negative 2 power. So now, after having done this, we're going to use this power of power rule in everything here to change this equation. So what we're going to have is this 3 squared to the x power, we're going to multiply by 2 times x. So that's going to be 3 to the power of 2x, 2 times x, times 3 to the power of, we're going to have negative 1 times quantity x plus 2. And then on the right side of the equation, we're going to have 3 cubed, which I'm taking outside the parentheses, times 3 to the negative 2 times x, or 3 to the negative 2x. And then next I'm going to do a little bit of simplifying on this one right here. We're going to use the distributive property, negative 1 times x and negative 1 times 2. So I'm going to bring down this 3 to the power of 2x times 3 to the power of negative x minus 2. And then on the right side, we're going to just bring down this 3 cubed times 3 to the negative 2x power. Now, what we're going to do is use this product of a power, the second one right here, in adding these exponents together. And so we have a common base, we have everything we need to go ahead. So we're going to have on the left side, using our common base of 3, we're going to have 2x, and we're going to have plus negative x plus negative 2. So I'm putting that minus x minus 2. And on the right side, we have 3, and we're going to have to the power of 3 minus 2x. And now we're just going to simplify this one exponent on the left. So we're going to have 3 to the power, we have 2x minus x. That's going to simplify to x. And then minus 2. And the right side we have 3 to the power of 3 minus 2x. Now I'm going to bring down put another rule at the right. If we have x to the power of a equal x to the power of b, we know if we have the same base, we know that therefore a would have to be equal to b. And so we're going to use the same principle. Since we now have a common base, we're going to put x minus 2 on the left side is equal to 3 minus 2x. And so now really it's a matter of solving this simple linear equation, which I'm going to do first by adding 2x to both sides of this equation. And what we're going to get here is we're going to have negative 2x plus 2x cancel on the right side. On the left side we have 3x minus 2 is equal to 3. Next, and now I'm going to work to the right, just have a couple steps left. We're going to add 2 to both sides of this equation. And so what we have left is 3x is equal to 5. And the last thing we're going to do to solve for x is divide both sides of this equation by 3. And so we have, therefore, x is equal to 5/3. 5 over 3. So this is the only solution we have to this equation, and that's using these principles of solving exponential equations, manipulating exponents. Good luck, and thanks for viewing.